Bonsoir, c'est Dr. Ajay Sahani. C'est 8h08. Aujourd'hui, c'est le 25 juin 2023. C'est le dimanche. On va discuter les articles définis, les pays, les nationalités et comment changer du singulier et à pluriel. Okay, so I just said about myself and what are we going to study today. I talked about time, date and day in French. So आज हम लोग डिस्कस करने वाले हैं about definite articles, countries, nationalities and how to change the same nationalities from singular to plural format. And see if you could subscribe to this channel as well and share it with your friends, because as I told you, the purpose behind this particular channel is noble. I just want to leave behind the model that I specifically created through Devanagari script, and sometimes I also use Punjabi because you know what happens, the class should not become monotonous, and I take my each class as a film, so it's got to be an enjoyable experience. So we start with the definite articles, and like we have in English the, right, in French we have four forms of the. It's le, la, le, ले. चारों का मतलब द है, and where to use these I have written it here. Le used before masculine singular noun. Let's make it more specific. Beginning with vowel, right? Sorry, beginning with consonant. So as I told you, in French the entire language, the entire grammar is woven around the concept of singular, plural, vowel, consonant. So we have to be very particular on these aspects. Then la is used before feminine singular noun beginning with a consonant again. So we have to be very particular here. Then we have L apostrophe. This is before masculine or feminine singular noun starting with a vowel, and we have these vowel a, e, o, u, ash. And le is used before masculine and feminine plural noun beginning with vowel and consonant. So I have given you example here of le. Now the application of these. First let's discuss the applications, and simultaneously you will be also knowing how these four types of articles are used. Now as the name suggests, les articles définis, that means the definite article. The application is the same like we have in English. So anything you want to be specific about and you want to define. For example, il a les cheveux. CH is sh, this is a, EU is a, and last consonant is silent. So cheveux in French is hair, right? And brun is brown. I have written by mistake as black, it's brown. So sometimes mistakes are good, we become very specific. So the English translation will be he has brown hair. See the concept of adjective. Now brown is the adjective qualifying the noun here. So this is in plural, so you will put an S. So we have discussed in the previous video as well. So cheveux is in plural format, so we are using les, right? So plural noun beginning with a consonant or a vowel. So then another application of these definite articles to express likes and dislikes. And to express the likes and dislikes, these four verbs are very important. Aimer, adorer, préférer, and détester. Right, so you know how to pronounce these because I have explained these accents and how to pronounce the various consonants. So keep on revising your concepts by referring to my previous videos. And aimer, we had discussed this, is to love, to like. Adorer is again the higher degree of aimer. Préférer, you can connect with English, it's prefer. So détester is to hate. So whenever you are using these four forms of verbs, whether in affirmative, negative, or interrogative, you will always use any of these definite articles. Now I have an example here. Il aime la salade. Salade, like salad. Now it's a feminine noun ending in E, so you will put la. Right? The rule is before feminine singular, beginning with a consonant. Okay. Now I have the second sheet in continuation. Now third point, the application of definite articles le, la, le and les with the days of the week, seasons, newspaper names and languages. Now j'aime l'hiver. L'hiver is winter season. L'hiver. So h and r you can connect with accordingly as you wish. So I like winter season. Now this is Monsieur Vincent ne va pas au bureau. Bureau is office. So Mr. Vincent is not going to the office le dimanche. Now here le is equivalent to on, right? Similarly, if I want to say on in the morning, at night, in the afternoon, in the evening, so I'll use le matin. Matin is morning, so it could be translated accordingly. I would say l'après-midi, l'après-midi. In the afternoon, if I write le soir, le soir, right? So this is S-O-E-R. I'll write it again, S-O-E-R, right? Le soir. In the evening, le. Now I want to say at night. Night is, remember, bonne nuit we used to say. As in French, we had discussed this in previous video. So I'll say now night is a feminine noun in French. So I'll say la nuit. That means at night. So it's not always that le, la, le, le, they would be translated to the. So accordingly, it could be translated to on as well, or at, or in. Now fourth application is with names of countries, continents, rivers, mountains, lakes. Now this is like in English. These are proper nouns. So I'll say land. Now land is India in French. It could be land or it could be l'autre, but make it more un. That is better. Land est très grande. India is very big, right? Now here you have to be very clear. You will not translate le or la or le before the names of the countries as the. This is just a concept. You have to put any of these forms of definite articles to denote that it's masculine, feminine, or plural. But you will not say the India. You will just say la the. This is equivalent to India. Yeah, this is what it is important whenever the name of the country or the country is the first word in any sentence. So you'll say land est très grande. So you'll say India is very big, not the India is very big. Similarly, you have le Japon est en Asie. Asie. S is between two vowels, so your sound is Asie, Asia, right? Étant, en is on or on. Anything you come out in between, that is the typical 100% native French expression pronunciation, en, right? Otherwise, it could be a or on. I keep on revisiting the sound so that it's engraved in your mind. So le Japon est en Asie. So here you have the connection happening. We call it liaison. But while writing, you don't have to put these symbols. It's just to make you understand that you need to connect. So le Japon est en Asie. You won't say the Japan is in Asia. You'll say Japan is in Asia. La Belgique est en Europe, right? Belgium is in Europe. So it's a feminine country. So you will learn with la. So it's very important you know the gender. And generally we know that any noun ending in E is a feminine noun. Then we have, this is United States of America. This is États-Unis. I have written the sound here in English. Les États-Unis. So it's connected like this. So United States. So United States. So adjective follows the noun. So les États-Unis est diverse is varied. It is diverse. Bon. Maintenant, la feuille 3. Feuille, you can say sheet. And feuille also means leaf. Okay, now here is a heading. Les pays et les nationalités. Nationalité. Pays is country or countries. So whether I write it in singular form or plural, it will be pays. Some nouns will have the plural and singular form as the same. If I want to say country, I'll say le pays. If I want to say countries, it will be the les pays. Okay, so I have written some of them. Rest you can always see from the net. Just type in the Google, you can write the name of the country in English. You write, say, suppose I want to say Mozambique in French. I just put it in Google on this network, and it will give me the French equivalent of this. So I've given some of them. L'Australie, Australia. L'Autriche, Austria. So I'll write it for you, which are a bit different from their English counterparts. So otherwise you can make it out whatever the country name is as far as English is concerned. Belgique, Belgium. Brazil, Brazil. Canada, Canada. La Chine, le Denmark. Yes, this is China, you guessed it right. Egypt, l'Angleterre. L'Angleterre is England. La France, l'Allemagne. Now here I want to discuss about the sound of GN. It's very close to onion, the sound of N here, anya, right? In Hindi we have N, right? L'Allemagne. So this is Germany. L'Allemagne, GN is N. La Grèce, yes, you got it right, Greece. Les États-Unis. La Hongrie, land, India, l'Iran, l'Irlande, Ireland, l'Italie, d'Italie, l'Italie, Italy, le Japon, Japan, le Koweït. So you have a tréma here. These two will be pronounced separately. Le Koweït. Bon, maintenant la feuille 4. Now I have the names of the countries are continued here. Le Mexique, le Pakistan, le Portugal, la Russie, l'Arabie Saoudite, l'Espagne, GN. Now you will also see the sound. It's something like I, l'Espagne. That's also perfect, correct, right? L'Espagne, like I, l'Espagne, l'Espagne. La Suède, you have accent grave, Suède. So now I come to the nationalities. Les nationalités. Il est indien. Il est indien. Whether you connect or you don't, both are okay. Now in feminine, elle est indienne. Il est italien. Elle est italienne. Il est canadien. So it will be Canadien. Canadienne. It's something like Canadien, 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 Canadienne, Canadienne, Canadienne. Sometimes I would ask my students in the class to repeat it quickly. So Canadien, Canadien, Canada, Canada. In feminine, it would be Canadienne, Canadienne, Canadienne. So Canadienne, Canadienne. Anyway, that's another part of it. So it's Canadien, Canadienne. Il est iranien, elle est iranienne. E-N-N-E. So if you see, there is a pattern here. The nationalities ending in I-E-N, E-N, these 4, 5. I've given you an example. There can be more as well. So I-E-N changes to I-E-N-N-E in feminine. That is the rule. Similarly, you have il est japonais. Now this is a different concept. Elle est japonaise. You'll just put an E here. Il est portugais. Elle est portugaise. So the pattern is S, you will put an E. Bon. Maintenant, la feuille 5. Voilà. Les nationalités, on continue avec ça. The nationalities, I'm continuing with that. So, il est égyptien. Elle est égyptienne. So that is how you can form your own make your own sheets and keep on practicing. And remember, I told you the repetition. Repetition is the essence of doing anything. Repetition, practice. So it creates new neural pathways. And the more you write, the more the concept seeps into your subconscious mind, and you learn the language. It becomes so spontaneous that you won't believe yourself. But yes, you have to be very, very consistent, persistent, and keep on revising. So that's why I have given you some idea here by leaving the first part here blank. So you have Koweïtienne. So you know this is feminine, so you can put L. So create your own worksheets and keep on practicing. So il est Koweïtien. Now il est russe. Now see, I have given here you that's how you can practice. Elle est russe. So that means you need to practice this verb. And if you notice, this is the conjugated version of the verb être. So another point to be noticed here is Russian, Rus. You already have this one ending in E, so you will retain the same format as far as your feminine form is concerned. So il est suisse, elle est suisse. Like in English, you have Swiss, anything with that belongs to Switzerland, and il est suisse. UI is we. Elle est suisse, so remains same. Il est belge, belge. Elle est belge. Belge, right? So after G you have E, so the sound is J. Il est grec, okay? You remember the rule, the last consonant, C, F, L, A. So it remains, you have to pronounce that. Il est grec, elle est grec. So you have a change in the pattern here. In the feminine format, you will have Q, U, E. So the pronunciation remains same. Grec, grec, elle est grec. Il est français, elle est française. After S, you will put an E. Il est anglais, elle est anglaise. You put in E. So if you notice, somewhere I am making a connection here, the liaison, and somewhere I am not. You can say il est anglais, or you can say elle est anglaise, or elle est anglaise. So giving you all the forms so that whichever your mind accepts, you can practice and apply that. Now, c'est le dernier, vous avez la feuille 6, c'est le dernier, voilà. So dernier is last as far as this particular module is concerned. So il est indien. Now I make it into plural. This is the format, the conjugation form of the verb être, if you notice. So je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. So ils sont indiens, elle est indienne, and I'll change it into plural, elles sont indiennes. Okay, so on a quatre formes de l'adjectif en français. On a masculin singulier, masculin pluriel, féminin singulier, et féminin pluriel. So we have 4 forms of adjectives I initially told you in the previous videos. So keep on revising them because it goes like in a chain. You need to revisit the previous concepts and then keep on building your vocabulary, your grammar, and so on. So these are the nationalities, so these are the adjectives. Of course, it's defining the noun. So you have 4 forms: masculine singular, you have masculine plural, you have feminine singular, you have feminine plural. Unlike English, so Indian, you just put Indians, they are Indians. But if it's a feminine form of the Indians, you have a group, male and female, so you will use the masculine format. But if these are all feminine nouns, the people, you will use the feminine format and the end. So you have 4 forms of French adjectives. So c'est tout means that's all. So aujourd'hui on a discuté, today we have discussed these 4 concepts: definite articles, we talked about the names of the countries in French, their pronunciation, nationalities, how we change from masculine to feminine, and singular to plural, masculine to feminine, and singular to plural. And so c'est tout et au revoir, merci beaucoup et pratiquez et révisez, voilà.